Hey guys, HollywoodTJ here, back with another YouTube video. In today's YouTube video, we are going to show you guys how to complete the Shattered Veil Easter egg with a step-by-step process on how to get there. So let's dive right into the video. I played with my buddies, a couple of my IRLs, and we're going to go straight into the video here. So the first thing you want to do is get the mansion open right away. As you can see, I threw a grenade at that plant. Now we're going to go deep dive into the video right here soon. But as soon as you want to get the doors open to the mansion and start heading down towards to the elevator. Now while you're in the library, you can do this easy step because you're going to need this part for the elevator. You're going to kill this guy up here and you're going to grab this thing that he drops, this fuse. And that is a part that you're going to need to go into the elevator. It'll show you the steps on the side here on the left, what the orange marker is. So you grab that first, just a little process, easy way of getting down there. Now, what you want to do is you want to grab the second part, which is in Rick Toffin's quarters here. As you want to do is you want to shoot at this computer looking thing, and you'll get a circuit board. Now, once you get the circuit board, this is the last thing you'll need to in order to get into the elevator. So you go behind the elevator, and you'll start repairing this little, what looks like a box. So you start repairing that, and then you could open the elevator up. Just beware that you want to stand back a little bit because there's going to be a couple zombies in there that'll come out. So this plant here is part of the Easter egg, so we're going to do like a step-by-step process to get this done quicker. So what you want to do is you want to throw a Semtex at it. Now by throwing a Semtex at it, it will drop this little plant seed that you're going to need, and there's all scattered around the map, so it's not going to be the same like you see in my map here. This could be in a different area, but what you want to do is just throw a Semtex at it. Now if you end up shooting it, let's say with your Mark II gun, that is not going to drop it. There's 4 total around the map, and what you're going to have to do is you're going to have to go into the next round for it to respawn back in. Now for this next part, we are going to need a Casmar grenade. You can get this free Casmar grenade sitting here underneath the tunnel, and we are going to bring this back up over by double tap. Now once you made your way over the double tap, you want to go over here by the rear patio and throw this Casmar grenade into this little hole where the zombie comes out. Now there's an empty canister that comes out of there, and this could only be done with a Casmar grenade. As it despawns, the empty canister comes right back out of there, and that's one of the parts we need in order to fulfill our Ray Gun Mark II into becoming all the other sequences. Now once you've done all of that, what you want to do is you want to go into round 10 here, and you're going to kill this zombie that my buddy has killed, and it's going to drop a floppy disk. This floppy disk is going to be needed in order to get the Ray Gun Mark II, or there's other ways to get the Ray Gun Mark II by opening the mystery box with a gobble gum, and that'll instantly give you either I think it's three chances to get the Ray Gun Mark II, because you have the regular ray gun, the Wonder Waff, and yep, the Ray Gun Mark II. Now what you want to do is you want to insert this floppy disk over by this computer that I just did right here, over by the east foyer. Now it's going to spawn in a couple vermins. It's only going to be like 10 or 15 vermin, so you just swipe all those out. And then after you have pretty much killed all those vermins, you want to go over back to near that computer, and on the left hand side there's going to be a printer. Now there's going to be a set of 4 words. Now the times I played this game, all I've gotten was Yeti, so it's pretty much been that word the entire time, but you're going to get another set of words. So when you get those words, the numbers sequences is going to be a little bit different. So just be aware of that. So right here, the printer over by where it says Project Janice, and it'll show you the words that you're going to need. Now I'll show you where you're going to bring those words. Now here over by PhD Flopper, you're going to see this board with a clock on it. So my word was Yeti. As you can see on the bottom left, the first letter Y. You're going to combine all of those letters in that area, and it's 3. Next word, you're going to keep going on and so forth, and as soon as you combine those letters into numbers, that's your code in order to go downstairs to open the room to the Doppelgas. While you're down at the room by the Doppelgas, you want to import your code that you have gotten, and the Doppelgas is going to come out with a couple of those zombies. And what you want to do is you just want to kill the Doppelgas, and as soon as you have killed the Doppelgas, it will drop an item called a severed arm. That severed arm is going to be your key step into getting the Ray Gun Mark II. Now it is really simple getting the ray gun Mark II, as all you gotta do is just go into the armory room, which I'm about to show you in a couple seconds here into the video. So we have picked up the Soviet arm, and all you gotta do is you just gotta go into the armory room here, and the ray gun Mark II will be right there. Now, as you saw a couple seconds ago, I shot at a white box. That white box is going to contain a bomb that we are going to need in order to go down into the secret room where I'm standing at over by the service tunnel. Now we'll get into that more further into the video, as that is the second or third step we're going into it. My buddy did end up picking the essence bomb, so I won't be able to show you what it looked like, but it's pretty much just an essence bomb. Those white boxes contained are all around the map. Like I said, it's going to be different for your perspective view here, so I'll show you guys that in a couple minutes. So as you can see right here, I am opening up all these gas grenades, these gas lines, to go into this little, what you can say, this giant canister. Onto the left of this giant canister, there's a letter. It's either A or B, and you want to throw that tomahawk right at it. And then what you want to do is you just want to take like a Semtex, and it'll give you another canister out of that giant canister. Now you're going to see this reflector into this like little water fountain there, as you want to go pick that up and use it for later in the little area where I showed you where you need the essence bomb to go into the tunnel. And that blue thing that I shot, you can only shoot that with a ray gun Mark II, and it'll drop another essence bomb. It is scattered throughout the map right in the beginning there where I just shot it. So after you've gotten the essence bomb, it's in either one of those blue little containers, or blobs as I could say. And now at this part down here, we are going to drop the empty canister into that yellow box, and it'll spawn in 2 abominations. Now what you want to do is you want to have the abominations charge up and hit these small rocks, just the small rocks. And then once the abomination charges up this blue rock, it's going to be glowing. And what you want to do is you want the abomination to charge at it, and it will glow up into the air. And I'll show you guys right here what it does. Once all the abominations has gotten all the rocks here, both of them will die, or one of them will die if you're playing solos. Now, what's going to happen here is it's going to spawn in a ton of vermins, and what you want to do is you want to protect this middle portal in the beginning, the middle, to keep the vermins away from there, as if a bunch of vermins go in there, you pretty much have to go into the next round. This is really easy if you have one guy training a zombie out of this area, which makes it really easy so no zombies spawn in. If you're doing this on solos, it'll probably be just a little bit harder, as you're going to have to contain some zombies and vermins. Now once you have completed that step, you want to go back to this yellow box and get this explosive canister. Now we're going to deliver this down into the tunnel, and I'll show you what to do after that. Now before we could go into the tunnel, I got to show you this other reflector we have to grab. It's over by this water fountain here, over by the conservatory, and that is the second reflector we need when we go inside that secret tunnel. Now right by over here, the service tunnel, you want to place that essence bomb, and it will explode the area up for that tunnel. And right into this room, we're going to see a workbench. We're going to deliver that canister and the ray gun Mark II, and it'll give us the first out of the 3 things that we need for our ray gun Mark II. Now we're going to make our ways down to this tunnel that we blew up with our bomb, and we're going to deliver a mirror right here, or reflector, sorry, and another reflector over here. And then what you want to do is you want to put your empty canister in there, and then what you want to do is hit that, and it'll spawn in a doppelgas. Now once that doppelgas has been spawned in, what you want to do is just kill it, as you can see right here in the video. Now you want to grab this reflector that we put over here, you want to pick that up. And now what you want to do is you want to go to the other reflector, and you want to melee it, and then it will reflect up into this room up here. Now you want to drop this reflector down, melee it, and then you want to melee where the beam is coming out again. It'll spawn in another doppelgas, as you can see right here. Same process, just kill it, and then after you have killed it, what you want to just do, which is a really simple part, is you just melee the mirror down here, and then you just melee where the laser's coming out again. And this doppelgas is going to be a little bit harder. It takes a little bit more time to kill as it is the final doppelgas. But as soon as you have killed that doppelgas, the canister is going to be done and it'll be filled. So after you've killed that doppelgas, the canister here will glow purple, as this purple canister is the light canister, which you are going to bring over by Rick Toffin's room. Now that you have made it into Rick Toffin's bedroom, here's another workbench. You just deliver your stuff that you need, and it'll give you the 2 out of the 3 things you need for your ray gun Mark II. Now the last step is into this room. So what you want to do is you just want to deliver your empty canister over here. Now those plants that we showed in the beginning of the map, this is what you're going to need it for. And all you got to do is you're going to have to protect these plants, so the zombies will go after it. All you got to do is just shoot at the zombies and kill them. Now this is definitely a lot easier if one guy in your team is training a zombie, that one last zombie out of this area, because it makes it a lot more easier than having to do a new round and have a bunch of zombies spawn in. It just makes it a lot harder. It definitely is a lot harder on solos if you're doing this by yourself, because you can't technically train that last zombie, so it's just going to get hard. So like I said, doing it in the beginning, having a lower round will make it a little bit easier for you. Now once you have done all 4 of these plants, you're going to have to deliver that new canister, and I'll show you there right in a second. So once that toxic canister is all filled up, you want to make your ways back into the beginning of the map, and after you have completed bringing that ray gun Mark II and the canister over to that workbench, you have successfully have gotten all 3 of the ray guns what you have needed for the painting step. Now what you want to have to do is go into the library. You're going to find this light in this box. Now this light you're going to have to bring over by the Z-Rex area, and you're going to have to do like a little combination step here. So you want to deliver this lamp right there into this wall over by the Z-Rex, and it'll flash a couple lights. Now you want to follow that step, as this will proceed to the process of opening this door right here, which is there is a painting down in this room that you're going to need in order to do one of the challenges here. Now over into this room, you want to hold X onto that little computer thing, and it'll spawn in a couple zombies. You'll have to shoot these zombies with your ray gun Mark II, as this is the only way to get the painting to open. Now I forgot to show you this part, but you're going to have to change your ray gun Mark II into what we had in the beginning. So like you're going to use the rapid fire ray gun Mark II that's over by the arsenal room. So you're gonna have to equip that, and this is the 1-step process into doing to this room right here, and it'll open up the painting. Now that you have killed enough zombies for this painting to open, what you want to do is you're going to find this bell. Now this bell is over by the study area. It could be anywhere throughout this room. It's not going to be like where I show you into this video. It's going to be either behind this wall. You're going to have to break the glass. Behind here. It could be behind here. But like I said, it could be into any different spots. I found mine into this little corner, and it is really hard to find. So just hold X or whatever interact button you're going to need to pick it up, because it is kind of hard to see. Now once you want to have your bell, you want to place it over here in the room where the Z-Rex in by this bar. And what you're gonna have to do is you're going to need brain rot for your bullet weapon. So all you gotta do is you gotta head down to the arsenal area, and you gotta get brain rot, which I already have right here. And you're just gonna have to train a zombie up, or you can just go into the next round, which is a lot easier. So once you have brain rotted your zombie, you want to interact with the bell, and that zombie is going to go over that desk or the bar area stand, and it's going to drop you an item that you're going to need to fight the mangler inside that blue painting. So once he drops it, you can go and interact with it and pick it up. It is a metal flask, and that what you're going to need to fight the Mangler. Now here you want to go back into the painting and drop the Sentinel artifact into this like little table thingy, whatever it is. And what you want to have to do is all your buddies are going to spawn in here, and you are going to have to kill the Mangler. Now the Mangler has a blue shield around it, and you could only use your ray gun Mark II to disturb that shield, and then you could start shooting at the Mangler. Now once you have killed that Mangler, you could pick up the Sentinel artifact again, and you're going to make your way over to Richtofen's bedroom. Now while you're in Richtofen's bedroom, you want to bring back your ray gun Mark II into this workbench, and then craft the ray gun Mark II into that form. And then what you want to do is you want to go over by the elevator and start a new sequence. So just interact with that little computer, and like the last painting, kill a bunch of zombies with this ray gun Mark II as what we have done here, and it'll open up the painting. Now that the painting's open up, you want to go into this room and interact with this bottle, as this bottle is the step that we need in order to go into and fight the next thing that's in there. So you'll find this cup into this little room, and it'll spawn in this, like I call it an Etherella because it's pretty much what it is, or I call it the Vanguard boss because that boss was in Call of Duty Vanguard Zombies. So that's one out of the 3 bottles that we need. Now the next bottle is into this Z-Rex room over here. If you look right across from the Z-Rex, so right across from the Z-Rex is going to be a little wine bottle sitting onto this little bench. And what you want to do is you just want to kill that elite zombie again. Now the last bottle is over here in the beginning of the map. And what you want to do is you just want to kill that elite zombie again, and then you'll completed that 3 steps. Now what you want to do here is you want to head right back into the elevator. Now there's going to be 3 sets of numbers here you're going to see on these wall. Now write that down in a notebook or keep it in your mind if you can. I had to write it down in a notebook because I have really bad memory. And you want to head over here left to the Richtofen's room. You're going to see this little case. Now you want to enter that number in that you saw into the wall. It goes by left to right as we have that walkthrough, and there's this little thing that we have to pick up in there. That's the step that we need in order to put the Sentinel artifact down into the pink or / purple painting room, and then it'll spawn in one of those Vanguard elite zombies or Etherella. And what you want to do, same step as the last process, is you want to use your ray gun Mark II to disturb its shield, and you could pretty much defeat this by killing it. I had no other words of saying it, but yep. Now that you have killed the elite zombie, what you can do again is pick up the Sentinel artifact. And at this part, you are pretty much 80% done with the Easter egg. So we're going to make our ways towards back to the beginning of the map. Now what you want to do is you want to grab your ray gun Mark II and put it back into this workbench, and then head over to the library, and that is the last painting piece that we need to open up. Now again, just interact with this computer here and kill a bunch of zombies with your ray gun Mark II. Now that you have your painting open here, this part can be a little bit confusing. Now you're going to need Ether Shroud here, and then you could either use Power Keg, or if you have 2 of your Ether Shrouds, you could use that, but you got to be quick with this part here. Now here you want to use your Ether Shroud over by this chimney or fireplace, and you're going to see this stuff that you're going to need to pick up that will be glowing blue. As you can see up here too, it'll be glowing blue, and you want to pick that up. You can only see this in Ether Shroud mode. Now there is, I think, 3 fireplaces. You want to check that fireplace. There's one in this room right here by the study, and as you can see, it wasn't in there. And now there's another one over by the elevator, which could be where the last piece is. So you want to pick that up. And now there's 3 of those pieces that you can see in Ether Shroud. It's kind of confusing. There's one in the fireplace, and the 2 others are scattered around into these little rooms here. It could be in here, the other room. Yep, just like I said, there's just 3 pieces that you are going to need to grab. Now there are 3 books that you're going to need to put in order. One with the sideways 6, the 0, and then the 3 zeros. And then in here is going to be a little clipboard that you're going to need to grab. Grab that clipboard, and you can make your ways back into the room, and you could drop the Sentimental Artifact down. Once you drop the Sentimental Artifact down, repeat the process, kill the Mangler and disturb its bubble with your Ray Gun Mark II here. And as you complete it, you pretty much have completed the Easter egg. Now, once you have killed the Amalgam here, you could go ahead and pick up the Sentimental Artifact. And like I said, you have pretty much completed the step into fighting the Z-Rex. Now, what I recommend is at least having your Ray Gun Mark II to Pack-a-Punch 2. Pack-a-Punch 3 is really good if you do have it, but the necessary is just Pack-a-Punch 2. And if you are running 3 or squads, what I would recommend doing is grabbing a Chopper Gunner of all of you, as this will help. For Gubblegums, Idolize would be really great. Killjoy, having 2 Killjoys on your team would be great, and Raindrops would be great. And for Tacticals, I would grab Casmar Grenades, as that could be really helpful. And having your Ether Shroud would be really good. One guy running Healing Aura. If you're doing this on solos, then Ether Shroud is the only thing you need. And that'll be pretty much what you pretty much need into having everything you need to going in there. And having your bullet weapon to tier 3 Pack-a-Punch at least. And having Dead Wire equipped on it, as this could be really helpful. And for all the colas you need, pretty much all of them. Melee Macchiato, you don't really need stuff like that. Quick Revive is definitely a need if somebody goes down, but I highly recommend not going down, as this boss fight is kind of hard. Now, make your ways back down to Sam and give her the Sentimental Artifact. Now, this will start the process of the boss fight. Now, I'm going to show you guys the boss fight of me completed with my buddies. Now, in this video, for whatever reason, my audio got cut out for when I started the stream. So for whatever reason, you won't be able to hear me, but you will be able to hear my buddies. So sit back, relax, and grab your popcorns and watch us defeat the boss.
Well, you cannot interfere.
But when he gets on the cliff, isn't he immune?
Yes, good question. First time he goes to that's when the next time he goes.
Alright. I'll use mine first. Alright. Alright, bet this might be the run right here.
You idiots gave us the Sentinel artifact, didn't you? This has been a long time coming, McTuffy.
That ray gun is so fucking sick.
Yes. Yes, it has. A whole decade. 10 years since my wife and child
Why did I know
were
someone
killed in a botched hit intended for me. Burned alive in a fire set by an inept, one-eyed CIA assassin with help from his German accomplice. My God.
I'm wearing easy slides and underwear.
We killed your family. You knew. The whole time we were working for Requiem. You knew.
This grilled cheese is
it,
good. Yeah, grilled cheese is fire.
You
know what's good with grilled cheese? Tomato soup.
At least Max's
So good.
useful.
Yeah.
Everything.
Tomato soup. That one restaurant I went with Dad, I got tomato soup and grilled cheese. So fire.
To fix some
Yeah.
murderous fuck up
Yeah.
and bring
The-
Mary and Samuel back from the dead. And now, you have lost the one thing that can actually do it. With this device, Josiah Shem accidentally shattered space-time. I used it as the basis for my technology to access liminal spaces so we could feed the
It's good for good food. It's not
Now,
bad food. It's
you
good
can either
for you.
use that to get your
Yep.
petty revenge, or to get us the hell
Spam
out of
eggs.
here.
Yo, is spam and eggs that good? Oh shit. Undercover, if you want to run faster, just switch to your melee. I popped free fire.
Residual temporal energy!
Oh yeah, it does. Alright. As soon as I get in that bitch, I'm popping free fire. Yep. You think so? This dude Rick Toffin a bum, bro. He ain't gonna help us. Pop free fire. Are you fucking serious? No way.
Dave.
This dude know the run's already over.
Awesome.
Pop a free fire and my character got stuck. I just saw you fly back there.
How do you do it? Yep.
You have to go behind it with the tail. It's kind of difficult, and it's really risky, because it's like, you don't know if you're going to get her or not. You're dead, Kobach.
Oh, is he?
Oh yeah, he's shooting. What? What the fuck? He's not doing a whole lot of work, but his gun's probably aiming pack punch. But it's okay. Probably got no upgrades or nothing. Alright,
I'll use the next round. It'll go me, Josh, and you. Can I plan?
If I was the one fighting a giant undead human, I would be grateful for one of those.
Guys, this is the zombie they didn't. This is the zombie they didn't allow in Jurassic Park because.
It added in Jurassic Park.
Yep. This T-Rex got cut from Jurassic Park because they didn't stand well, so now he's here.
It did. She did not.
Steer clear of whatever that stuff is.
Okay. Oh, shit. Just run around. You don't stop. These zombies run dumb fast. They look so goofy looking.
Oh, she's on me. Oh my god.
I got steel aura.
Alright. Pop that. Yeah, go for it. Stay long. W crap. I'm gonna try to use my chopper gun. Okay.
Yep. Should I pop idolize?
I'm just focused. Whoever popped that thing is good.
Oh, he's back. I popped it. Idolize.
Motherfucker is fast.
Yeah, he's fast. I'll pop it. Let me know when. Alright, pop it. Pop it, pop it.
He says dropping TRX all over me along. Yeah, I just say TRX. I meant TRX.
Okay, like.
Here, this might be useful. Or perhaps not. It's a surprise.
Yeah, on his tail. He's back, he's back, he's back, he's back. Pop He's so fast. Fuck, dude, he's so fast.
Alright, I'm gonna get you the box. Oh my god.
Off my dick, huh? No, he's on my dick.
Nah, we got it. We got it. We got it. He got me down.
No,
We got it. Yeah, but yeah, we beat it.
Let's fucking go.
Fucking go.
Fucking go. I knew we were gonna do it, bro. We had 3 chopper gunners. Shit. It wouldn't have mattered if we got down anyway, Kobach. We won it anyway. That thing was knocking his health down. Nah, 3 chopper gunners is so clutch, bro.
How'd you do that shit on solo, Tim? You only get 1 chopper gunner on solo.
Let's fucking go. Way more prepared than last time.
Thank you, Major. Fuck you. Fair enough. We're not friends. Never will be.
Thank you, Major.
Fuck you. Running out of time. The ether reactors in Janus Towers must be close to.
Bro, we're talking had no upgrade.
Worse, I know what Sam really intends to do.
Yeah, now.
The Sentinel artifact.
Bro with no help at all,
She
though.
wants to bring back Maxis.
This is my favorite part of this map.
Sam wants to be Maxis. To reconstitute and inhabit her body. She would have full control of the dark ether.
I want to continue after this.
Godlike power.
After.
She can still be stopped.
Oh, to go on in the basement?
Yeah, so I'll let's continue.
So what's it going to be?
I trusted you once, and look where that got me.
I don't trust you at all. You're a machine. Wearing Max's face. I'd die before I let that happen.
Okay. You got a plan?
Always.
Uh-oh.
I don't know why this part is so hard.
Look at that. Is that the next map? Oh, shit. Yo.
Y'all got that exclusive vibe. Thank you guys for watching the video. For that'll do it for today, and I'll see you guys into the next video.